You're watching Around the Bay Sports live on YouTube, powered by StreamYard. Please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram. And here are your hosts.
I'm Amon.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jesse. And together we are
Around
Duh.
Hey.
Sports. We got an epic show for you tonight. We got all three sports intercrossing. We got a little bit of basketball news with the Warriors. We got the little thing called the MLB playoffs plus Bob Melvin. We'll get into that. And then we have the most addicting sport of them all in America, American football, the NFL. But yeah, I was thinking we could start with the Warriors that made some moves, starting with the big signing earlier this weekend.
How they make some moves? They finally made some moves.
Yep, I told you. Everything's centered around Kuminga.
Almost pretty much did the Kawhi Leonard in the free agency back in 2018, where we were trying to figure out, or I don't know what year it was, but when he was the last person to make a decision.
About damn time the Warriors did something. Finally getting this Kuminga deal finished, getting also help from Al Horford and Seth Curry, and bringing back DeAnthony Melton. I'm glad they can put all this behind them and focus on basketball.
I hope Milton could stay healthy this season. Last year, they were rolling when he was healthy, and then he got hurt, and then they fell into a downward spiral.
And then they traded him.
Yes. But yeah, Warriors. Drew, what do you think about this?
Finally, man. Finally made a move, bro. I can't believe it took them 2.5 months to finally make a move. But I'm glad that they got it done with the whole Kuminga situation.
I wonder if it's because Kuminga didn't want to show up to media day. They're like, all right, here. All right.
But, just contracts. He ended up getting more money at the end, so good for him.
Like
2 years deal, but
yeah.
But yeah, super happy that the Warriors made a move. But like Jesse said, hopefully all of them can stay healthy.
The thing that interests me on a side note is that the Warriors brought back Seth Curry. He was a Warrior, I think that was during the 2016 season that he was with the Warriors, and now he is back. I think this is a better version of Seth than the first time he was with the Warriors, because then he was still trying to find his way into this league. Statistically, he actually has a better 3-point percentage than his brother Steph in his career.
I mean,
I think getting Seth is actually it's a good depth add to the lineup. You add for depth, and that way, Steph doesn't have to play crazy. And if you want to bench Podziemski, then you can just go with him. But all in all, I like their signings that they've done. It's about time they did it. It feels like it's been years, but only been a couple months.
Question: do you think both Currys will be in the starting lineup this season?
Unlikely.
No.
Probably not. But I think Seth will at least be one of the six, at least a 6-man.
Do you see them on the court at all together?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I see that.
A little bit.
I do see that.
I see them both on the court at the same time. I just don't see Seth in that starting category.
Because I feel like the shooting guard position is wide open right now. Because Podziemski didn't really show up in the playoffs last year.
Well, they still got Jimmy Butler.
I thought he's a forward though, small forward.
Well, he's like a guard and forward.
He's a guard and forward, so he can do it.
Power forward.
Do you think they could put Kuminga into the starting lineup then?
I think maybe that's their plan.
Maybe. If not, he's definitely a 6-man.
I think
because he proved himself during the playoffs.
If we don't see him get increased minutes, then I could see why Jonathan Kuminga wanted out of the situation. If he's going to continue to get the same usage that he's gotten in the past.
Yeah, I heard they did this contract just in case. I think the Warriors are preparing for a trade for Kuminga.
Yeah.
For who though?
Well,
hopefully not Grandpa LeBron.
Or maybe. Well,
I don't know about that, but
I feel like
it wasn't
apparently Kuminga, according to what he's been saying to the media, he says he wants to go to the Kings more than anything.
Oh.
Well, Dean is a Raider fan.
Who?
Levine's a Raider fan.
Oh, yeah.
There
We'll
we
talk
go.
about the Raiders and my disappointment of them later. I could see Steph a little closer to retiring since he.
Probably because I mean, he's probably because then that might be if Kaminga gets traded, it has to be for draft capital.
What
Oh,
flavor ice
vanilla. I mean ice
Yes.
cream.
Is that your favorite flavor?
I like that mint chocolate chip. I
Classic.
like chocolate. Yeah.
Mine is vanilla, plain vanilla.
I have too many flavors in mine.
But yeah, I think we can move on to baseball now, unless you guys have something else to say about this.
Well, we're just happy, as we all been saying, we're happy that they made moves, and now it's time to get the season underway and see what happens.
See what happens this year. Yeah.
All right, now on to baseball. I'll start with the Giants. I think they made a bad move. They fired Bob Melvin. How do you expect him to do better for this team to move forward when you don't have consistency at the head coaching position? And the part that is failing isn't the depth that they have on the lineup; it's the farm system. They're still using Farhan Zaidi's farm system that I had before that never developed into anything. So how do you expect them to get better when they don't have a farm system and their players that they do have are getting older? Jack, I'll start with you. What do you think of this move?
I think it's an interesting move. I didn't really anticipate it for him getting fired, but like near the end of the season, when I would watch Giants games, I could see some of the frustration on the players' faces toward Bob Melvin. Like maybe he lost the locker room at the same time, but this I would have given it like another year, I'd say, but I'm not sure. Like, and also like Bruce Bochy, like no longer the coach of the Rangers. I mean, you could try to go for him, but I don't think he's the answer either. You know what I mean?
I think he's washed. Yeah, he got a World Series for Texas. Good for it.
Honestly, I think he should really just call it and retire, relax, do whatever. But it's going to be very interesting to hear who the Giants' candidates are. Because if you want to find a coach that's better than Bob Melvin or that fits better with the team for the Giants, that's better than Bob Melvin, then I'd like to hear what those candidates are. But for now, this is a very, I'd say, interesting and confusing move.
Yes. Drew, how do you feel about this?
Um, like, yeah, this was interesting to see. Something I was not expected to see, and honestly, like it was confusing because he just got extended for another year, so like doing that, finding him is not the problem. It's not like the solution, like to get better as an organization standpoint. And when we all talk about the problems, like this past season with the problems, or people thought it was him when we did in our earlier podcast, but I just don't think that moving forward that how you can get better as an organization to be a World Series contender at this point.
Forget about World Series contender. Just at least making the postseason.
Yeah, I mean
They've struggled with that.
that's been a problem for the past few years now, and I don't know if this was like I don't know if this was like considered an scapegoat move, but since I guess Bob is how long he's been with the Giants,
3 years.
2 years.
2 years, so it's
2 years.
it feels like more an escape because Buster Posey, like, and I quote saying we need like a new voice or like something about like voices, like just something new. But it's like Bob. I mean, Bob had all the experience, so it just seems quite
I don't know. It was
a little unexpected, as Jack said. Like it's a bit unexpected. I like this whole 88, like 81, 81, 70, 85, or like it's just like you think like sure they can keep an eye of this world of the playoffs right now and see who gets eliminated and feel like oh you took that team to the playoffs, come over here and help take this team to the playoffs. It's just like I don't know, that's how it's going to work because it's like we don't know how that skipper will do with all the others. So it's just like is that really going to change anything? I mean, I don't know what's the payroll they have right now. They got Adamas for 5 more years, Chappie for like 8 more years, and then got all the young talent that's going to probably be called up maybe. So it's like, I don't know.
Giants payroll is not an issue. They have all the money in the world to spend. It's just they can't find a free agent. But speaking of free agents, about the Giants, Pete Alonso opted out of his contract with New York with the Mets. Do you
I
think he's
think
a potential?
I think Pete Alonso. I think the Giants should definitely go after him. Like you could put Devers at the DH spot and put Pete Alonso at first, and that would be a dangerous like 3,
Yes.
4 hitter.
I just feel like they need to continue to build the depth in the lineup because after Devers, and he struggled, when that happens, you don't have an offense at that point.
And I think they need to get some pitching too.
Yeah.
Their bullpen struggled this year, and they better get rid of
Ryan Walker.
Ryan Walker. He needs to get the hell out of the Bay Area. Like he would blow multiple saves, and he just pitched like he was in the minor league.
So they gave up Camilo Duvall and let
To the
him be the
Yankees.
closer.
Yeah, but Duvall though was struggling a lot too, and literally the first game he played with the Yankees, he blew a save.
Maybe the Giants should have went after my favorite pitcher, closing pitcher, Mason Miller, formerly of the A's, now with the Padres.
The Padres aren't going to let him go.
The Padres, they won the stakes. And
Yep, though the Padres season could end tomorrow, but we'll get more into that later.
Depth is, I mean, again, right now, as you say, lineup just needs depth if you want to compete.
It needs depth in the batting order and in pitching.
Yeah, Miller, but then Pete Alonso. I mean,
because other than Logan Webb, who is their most
consistent pitcher?
Yes.
Not Robbie Ray.
Well, Robbie Ray, he was pretty decent. But I mean, I don't think the Niners, not the Niners,
Giants.
We'll get to that later.
Look for a starting pitcher in the offseason because Verlander is likely going to retire.
Yeah, that wasn't a good experiment.
Yeah. Robbie Ray.
I mean, if the Giants signed him like 10 years ago, I'd be a lot happier with that.
Yeah, I think this was like a final payout for him. The Giants were the only team willing to offer him decent starting pitching money, so he's like, I guess I got to take that. But yeah, let's move on to the playoffs now for baseball. We had some games underway today. We had, surprisingly, the Boston Red Sox beating the Yankees 3-1.
The Tigers with Scootball hitting 17 strikeouts.
They have 14 strikeouts.
I heard 17. The 14 though?
Yeah, the headline here it says 14 Ks.
14. But yeah, 14 strikeouts. Got pulled off.
Washington just got fired by the Angels? That's interesting.
Got pulled off. Who was it?
Scooball.
I got something to say about the Yankees game.
Yep.
Okay, so I was watching the Yankees game downstairs like not too long ago. I was watching it with both my parents during like while the game was going on.
Yeah.
And I saw like in the 9th inning, you had bases loaded with nobody out. And Giancarlo Stanton was up to bat, who bats .323 with bases loaded. One of the best batting averages you could possibly have while having bases loaded in your entire career. And Aroldis Chapman was pitching. He struggled, gave up 3 hits to the first 3 batters. And then all of a sudden, Aroldis Chapman just mows everybody else down and doesn't even get a hit in the outfield. It's just, Chapman is like a good reliever, and he's having one of his better seasons this year. But you are the New York Yankees and have some of the best players in the league, and you can't get 1 hit, bases loaded with no outs. That's just astonishing to me. Like, I've been in situations where bases loaded, no outs. You could score like 3-4 runs, or even 1 run at least. But you scored 0 with no outs, and you had one of the most powerful hitters in the league just swing and a miss.
Who was the pitcher for the Sox that was on that? Because he had
Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman has always been known to throw gas, like 100 miles.
100 plus fastball.
You think we're looking at 2016 Aroldis Chapman right now in these playoffs?
You could be.
Maybe we just caught a glimpse.
But I mean, it's like he disappeared, then like he came back.
Yeah.
But
Hell of a time to come back
the
too.
Yankees have Carlos Rodon starting next game, who's really good, who's one of the best pitchers in baseball. And taking out Max Fried was not a good idea by Aaron Boone. Dare I say this? I think if the Yankees don't get past the wild card, I think Aaron Boone gets fired.
That is the
Because this stretch keeps happening almost over and over and over again. And like, yeah, you went to the World Series last year, but you damn near got swept. You got gentlemen swept, actually. And I have this belief as like for certain sports teams, you have high expectations. And the New York Yankees, to me, are probably the team that always has to have the highest expectations every single year because you're like always assuming to go to the playoffs. You're assuming to go deep in the playoffs. Sometimes make the World Series because you have more championships than anybody else. But the Yankees better think about how they played today and move on and try to win tomorrow.
At that moment, it wasn't like Game 7, but you can hear it from the radio. 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Just not Game 7, but it was like, well, it kind of felt like that moment.
Do you think that this is Aaron Boone's last season if the Yankees get swept by the Red Sox in the wild card round?
That's for New York.
Yeah, if he doesn't get past the wild card, I think he definitely gets fired.
Because I just hate the coach's mindset in the playoffs. All of them. Like, oh, my pitcher's in a little bit of trouble here. I'm going to take him out instead of letting him pitch through it.
Yeah, but like the thing is,
Sure, the
you're
Giants.
paying Max Fried over $200 million, and he had like 105 pitch count. He kind of struggled a little bit, but he was doing just fine. And you take him out, and immediately when you do, the reliever gives up 2 runs to a pinch hitter.
He was no.
It's just it's bad coaching decisions, and that's the kind of thing that gets you fired. It really is.
I feel like that's also what screwed over the Padres. I think it was back in the Tampa Bay Rays back in 2020 in the I think it was the World Series.
Or I'll say with Blake Snell.
With Blake Snell,
right?
Yeah, with Blake Snell.
Yeah, that was a dumb decision.
That was dumb.
Cost the championship.
I mean, then the Cubs. I mean, the Padres. Apparently, what I heard on the radio, they've been on like a losing sort of streak of only scoring 1 run in like 60 or 30 plus playoff games.
Wait, who?
The Padres. They've only scored 1 run in like 30 when they're trailing or something. I heard on the radio when that game was happening. I mean, the Cubs, they made a comeback, back-to-back home runs, pretty much sealing it. You know who's coming up next is those Brewers. I mean, for a Brewers fan, it'd be good to have a Cubs-Brewers rival.
Yep. I think that'll be a good series.
And to answer Juan Jones' question, I'll eat chocolate ice cream. I didn't answer that. Sorry.
What's
Sometimes
yours, man?
I'll eat chocolate. I'm not too much of an ice cream guy, to be honest with you. But whenever if I get an option, I'll do chocolate.
I'm always like curious to try any other flavor, but I guess if I pick with the chocolate vanilla, then you got the mint chip, then you got the cookie dough, then you got the.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the do you want to talk about the Tigers and Guardians because that was a close game?
Yeah, I mean, like that.
All were close, yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
great.
all of them have been relatively close except for the friggin' Dodgers and Reds game.
Like I was just thinking about when people put their aces as game 1 instead of game 2. I don't like it works for game 1, but you know sometimes in the team that goes trails 0-1 wins both of them because their ace won't be playing until they're in the playoff.
That's just the thing that baseball teams do all the time.
Like I always wonder if that's ever a smart move.
It's just a common thing that happens. I wouldn't really call it smart or dumb. It's just something that's inevitable.
But I feel like the Tigers, they could make they'll take on if they go for the sweep tomorrow, they'll take on the Mariners, and the Mariners are one of the 3 teams, Brewers and the Padres, that have not won the title. And speaking of the Brewers, real quick, I saw a documentary about the '80 Brewers, and now I kind of see what happened. That they took it to Game 7 in St. Louis, and it was just like when I saw that, I'm like, oh, they Brewers having the best record in MLB, they have to get to the World. I feel like they just have to get to the World Series. It's going to be tough with the Phillies, and then on the AL, the Yanks, the
You know
Sox.
what? You know what? I'm happy though.
What?
This is the first time in 9 years where I don't have to worry about an American League team losing. So those like stinking Astros didn't make the playoffs. Amazing feeling that they didn't make it.
That is surprising to me that they did not make the playoffs this year, with how dominant they've been over the past decade
Yeah,
or so.
first time in 9 years they didn't make it.
He was
Wow.
out there. I mean, he was pretty much injury prone. The reason why, because I have him on the fantasy team, but he's been quite injury prone, and I feel like he's maybe coming to that point just because of injuries. But yeah, I mean, the Tigers are looking good. The Cubs, we know when they won back in 2016. It was
Yes.
quite an exciting time at Wrigley Field. But I just feel like going to the Brewers real quick, it just feels like I saw that documentary. I'm like, oh, they just they need this. Because it's something about that documentary that I didn't know about. I don't know if any other team does this anymore, or maybe city-wise. They actually did a parade for them. They lost.
Yeah, I don't think that usually happens.
That doesn't usually happens, but I wonder, like even like before that time, if any team ever thought of doing a city even thought of doing that. Because usually it's just like, oh, they lost, you wait until next year. You go to, like nowadays, you go to if you get there in time, you see the team, you clap a little bit. It's like.
Can I just say that this Red Sox run that they're on right now, I feel like it is partly my fault, because every time I decide to watch the movie Fever Pitch, they end up having a good season. They end up going on this crazy run.
What movie?
To win.
Since they traded Devers, it was like a.
What's the movie called?
Fever Pitch. It's with what's his name? Jimmy Fallon.
I don't think I've ever watched that.
Me either.
Wow, showing my age here, and I'm not even the oldest one in here.
Yeah. There's so many. We can go off script here and say, dude, there's so many movies we can see, but it's like you're going to waste half your lifetime to try to watch every single movie that you haven't seen. It just feels like.
I mean, every time I try to watch Moneyball, the Yankees always lose.
Yeah, maybe we should watch Moneyball. I don't want. I don't like the Yankees. Still don't. They stole all of my favorite players.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, great sports rom-com. I'll have to say that's the best sports rom-com I have seen.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other games to talk about, or should we move on?
What was that?
I mean, the Dodgers are up like 5-0.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
5-0 is kind of pretty much expected. I mean, I wanted the Reds to win because my mom.
What about that? The Reds.
The Cincinnati Reds when she was a kid, but.
Actually, no. What you talking about is the Mets.
The Mets are out of it. They just
They're
blew
inconsistent.
it. They blew it.
They blew it. I mean, the
Reds
Reds.
have one of the biggest collapses. Like, it's worse than the Giants, in my opinion.
Like, the Reds.
You have Juan Soto, you have Francisco Lindor, and you have like a talented roster with Pete Alonso, and you don't make the playoffs.
And you spend over $1 billion in free agency.
Yeah, you spent Steve Cohen spending over $1 billion, and you missed the playoffs. Yeah, if I were Pete Alonso, I wouldn't look twice at the Mets for another contract.
I mean, if the Reds get swept, do we see them more in the playoffs from here on out?
The Reds?
The Reds.
Probably not.
I think they just caught lightning at the right time, and now.
Yeah. I think like the Mets started losing at a perfect time, and the Reds started winning at a perfect time.
Because even if the Giants would have been in this wild card round, I don't think they make it past the first. They don't make past it.
That's the wild card.
Yeah, they would have likely played. Well, they would have likely played the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think they would have gotten swept by the Dodgers.
Like, and as experienced as the Giants are, I don't think they would have. Maybe they would have gotten close in one game, but I don't think they'd win a series. Because they're very experienced. The Giants are extremely experienced against the Dodgers.
I guess if Boone does get fired, probably the Giants shouldn't get him.
No.
Then after something.
Aaron Boone has a connection because he played with the Yankees.
I mean, like Buster Posey going for the move for Devers and making a pretty skeptical move. Which people are up and down with it. If like for Drew and Jack, and there's a lot of like longtime Giants fans, I don't know how they feel about this.
At the time, that was a great
You
trade.
see like retired players. Sometimes though, you see retired players like go become managers of like teams. Like for example, Stephen Vogt is the head coach of the Guardians, and
I believe
they
Stephen
win
Vogt.
their division.
Man, it's crazy. The Guardians haven't won since '48, which is crazy. They haven't won since 1948.
Wow. I kind of hold the Guardians as a new franchise since they got rid of their old name. I kind of think of them as an expansion team now, a little bit.
Well, what would you do?
What do you mean? What would I do?
Like you said, you make an expansion team.
No, I'm saying I see them as an expansion team now rather than their old.
Like Cleveland Indians.
Yes.
Oh, actually, real quick, what's your World Series pick?
Dodgers in 7.
No, Dodgers against who?
I haven't watched a lot of AL base. I'll say Tigers still. I'll still say Tigers.
Drew, Jack, what's your prediction?
I got Dodgers.
Let me see. God, as much as I cannot stand the Dodgers.
Dodgers for me. Against the Tigers too.
God, you see, it's kind of tough to pick for the American League because you're not really too sure about the Mariners because I don't think they've won a World Series, and you don't really know about the Blue Jays. I want to pick the Yankees, but they lost today. If they had won, I would say I'm picking the Yankees against the other team, but
I
don't really know anyone on the Tigers except for Jarek
Screwball.
Screwball. That's it, and he's a Bay Area kid. He grew up. His favorite team growing up was the A's.
I'm gonna go Brewers Red Sox.
Okay. And interesting pick.
I'm doing interesting. Brewers Red Sox.
Like
I do see the Dodgers breaking the curse and being the first team to repeat as World Series champions. I do see that happening.
Yeah,
it's a rare thing.
This is tough.
But I'm gonna do a bold one. I'm doing Brewers Red Sox.
Who's your NL then?
Brewers.
No, it's not Jack. Who's his?
Let's see. I guess I'm gonna go I'm confident the Yankees are gonna hopefully come back. I got the Yankees against the Phillies.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Two East Coast teams.
I mean, the Phillies are the favorite.
If you wanted to go to that, it would be hella easy to travel.
According to odds, Phillies are favored, but guess who's second?
The Dodgers?
No, the Mariners.
They have I'm still not sure about picking the Mariners.
Yeah.
They've never won a playoff series, right? They still haven't won one?
They never won. I don't know. Have they been in the playoffs?
Like,
yeah,
they haven't had a playoff series. They haven't been to the
2022.
They haven't been to the World Series. This is like new. This might be the best season they've ever had, especially with what Cal Rayleigh did, hitting 60 homers. If the Mariners do make it past the NLDS, the ALDS, I'll be shocked.
I mean, it's going to be tough for the Brewers with the Dodgers, with the Phillies, with all the other teams. But I just feel like
Phillies and Brewers and LCS would go really hard.
The World Series.
I think Dodgers got it.
Yep.
They break the curse. They become the greatest baseball team of this century, I feel like.
Yeah, I got Brewers Sox. That's my matchup.
All right. But yeah, I think it's time that we start talking NFL. There were some good games this week, starting with the Thursday night game, Arizona taking on Seattle, I believe. Yeah, I played Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray almost led a comeback there for a second, but then new kickoff rules.
I actually officially hate them.
If they didn't do that kick, there's a good chance that game would have went to overtime.
Yeah.
Like now I officially hate it that if you even missed it by a yard, it doesn't count. It's like you should at least like have some expectations, like or at least like okay, but at least like that close, they should at least return it.
They should get rid of the stupid rule. I don't believe in it.
Or, I don't know why
No.
they're taking it from the XFL.
Well, it's only up to the
Just
owners
go
to.
back to actual kickoffs. It's a man's sport. It's a disadvantage for the kicking team almost because they're either going to return it or you're not going to kick it in the landing zone, and then
And then it's like the advantage of like the offense. Now you can start practically in midfield.
yeah, it's basically like a free kick out of bounds. I understood that. Like if you kick it out of bounds, then yeah, you should be penalized for that.
At this point, yeah, it's just now I just really just go over my just watching the Packer games we'll get to. It's just like, yeah, I hate this now. Because even like you can even now return, yeah, like returns, yeah, they can return, they can let it go all the way almost.
Hmm.
They won't get to like midfield by the time they're tackled.
We had our second international game this weekend. We had
But I think,
the
wait, are you sure about the Cardinals, Jesse? Because honestly, I don't know,
they
man.
don't have an offense. Kyler Murray is
Yeah, and they're
Marvin,
without
has
James
no
Conner too.
time.
Losing James Conner was a big hit.
like
Yeah.
even Marvin Harrison, I feel bad for him. Is like
I mean, he started to get it together in the fourth quarter. Maybe he starts getting it together later in the season.
because you need I mean he's been stepping up, but it's like you got to help Murray out. I mean you got McBride, but McBride can't have like 25 catches like a running back running the ball that much. I mean Seattle though. I mean Sam Darnold looked good in that game. He's starting to get things along a bit in Seattle.
Yeah. I think Seattle could be actually a legit team.
Yeah, just like Seattle. I mean, like that now that conference, I mean, of course, the Cardinals having little slip ups, but it's starting to get competitive now.
I still have the Rams winning the division.
The same here, but I feel like I don't know Seattle. They might not. I don't know. They'll probably be last, but we'll see. I mean, it's a tough division right now.
Yeah, but we also had a game in Dublin, Ireland. It was the Pittsburgh Steelers against Minnesota. That was a good game.
I mean, yeah, actually, it was. I mean, I saw the pass from Rogers to Metcalf. Metcalf ran like he was going for the gold medal in the Olympics. I'm like, I don't know how you can tackle a guy that speed. Try to go for the legs, sure, but like you really gotta like meet him at a certain point, or you're not gonna get him. Like he took off, and that Steelers team. I mean, because it's like I've heard on like ESPN and like a lot of podcasts, just saying like Rodgers just doesn't have to go all out. He just has to do just enough. He needs to be working out. It's sad to see the Steelers in first. You figure the Ravens, but they're having issues. They're having a bit of a slump, and Lamar getting hurt. We'll get to that, but like, yeah, just Pittsburgh and have the bye coming up, so
They're sitting pretty right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drew, is there a game that you want to focus on before we get to your team? Your team.
Shocking one was Giants versus Chargers. I think
Dart.
Jackson Dart is the truth. I think he's the truth. I think no disrespect to Russell Wilson, but my God, Jackson Dart and him and Cam Scatterboot, the duo, you know, like
Is Russ a Hall of Famer?
I think so. I think what he did in Seattle.
You think he's still a Hall of Famer? Because that was also a lot of
Yes.
speculate.
I still see him as a Hall of Famer. The only thing that worries me about Jackson Dart is the field that he plays on, because
Monster.
he was already
Well,
limping.
fix that field though.
No, it's still turf.
It's turf. It got neighbors. It chewed its leg. It took a bite of his ACL.
Yep. I think they should move away from turf fields and just go to natural grass.
natural grass. Yeah,
What's wrong with that, New York? I mean, the Jets would probably agree too.
Yeah, well, they share the same field, so yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like Herbert, he had a rough game. Like, I mean, like McConney he wobbled two catches. I mean, like if he caught most of those,
Like the Giants won, but at what cost? You lost Malik Neighbors for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Your best gets by a mile your best target. That's like
Darius.
now who else you got? You got that Cam Scatterbo guy who's a running back, but besides that, you don't have that much.
I mean, even Dart. Glad he played through, but like, have you seen his stiff arm?
I feel like he's running too much. He has to
He's
worry
running
about the most important thing, being a passer.
Like, this is the NFL. You try to do a high stiff arm of these types of athletes. I mean, geez, you might get your elbow snapped. And it's just like I don't know. He's trying to do like a Derrick Henry sort of thing or something, but it's like he could
The
have
Heisman.
the Heisman stance or something, but it's like he could have broke his wrist. Like when he went to they thought he was concussed, but it's just like he could have fell. And I know he was probably holding his pinky because it's like you try to do a strong stiff arm and it just like kind of bounced back on him a little bit. But yeah, Dart they traded up for him and seems to be definitely a chapter for New York. Those Giants fans are dying over there. I mean, it was a sellout, which I don't know if I haven't seen too much in that stadium, but like it was a complete sellout, a crazy game, good game overall, and I mean, we'll see how it goes on. We'll see if the Giants could scavenge some more wins.
Jack, is there a game that you want to talk about before we get to our teams?
I want to talk about the Jets and Dolphins game.
Okay.
That game was very interesting, but it was also incredibly boring at the same time. Because Justin Fields, he played very well, but like the Dolphins got their first win, but you also lost Tyreek Hill for the rest of the year, and he completely destroyed his sleeve, tearing multiple ligaments, including his ACLs. So he's out for the entire year. I thought it was almost career. It looked like it was almost a career ending because it was.
I think it is
a direction.
I think it is a career-ending injury.
Like he says, he'll be ready for 2026, but
yeah, actually, Tyreek,
I don't really believe that.
They discovered that he doesn't need multiple surgeries. First one to repair one thing, but he didn't have any nerve damage with his knee injury.
But I also saw in this game, I saw the first drive of the game. I'm not sure Allen is his last name on the Jets running back. He like ran the ball and he was at like the 2-yard line and he fumbles the ball. If they had that touchdown, the Jets actually win this game. But I noticed a lot of fumbling from the Jets. They kind of look clumsy out there, but Justin Fields ran for like over a 40-yard touchdown or something, which is nice. But excuse me. But both these games, Jets and the Dolphins and the Broncos and the Bengals. First off, the Bengals are an utter shambles. I don't think the Bengals are going to win more than 2 games the rest of this season.
I don't either.
I don't care who their receiver is. As long as you have Jake Browning, you will not win.
They probably not going to be able to trade him, but it's only one.
No, he just signed a contract.
No. Like
if they want Jake Browning.
If they want at least a semi-upgrade, is one.
Like I heard they're possibly going to try to trade for someone like Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins or one of those guys.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if they can take that contract.
Yeah,
I would just stay the course. Just get a top 5 pick in the draft. You could get a receiver. You could get any position that you want there. I would just think on the season.
If they do get a high pick, they need to get defense, not offense. Because Joe Burrow comes back, your offense is completely fine. It's your defense that sucks. If the Niners still need to go after Trey Hendrickson, but
Joe Burrow can't stay healthy though.
Yeah, that's his issue. When Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow doesn't get hurt, he is literally, in my honest opinion, a top 3 quarterback in the NFL.
I'm not blaming that.
It's just the Bengals are in utter shambles. The Broncos prove that they're really good.
It kind of tells you about that Super Bowl in L.A.
Me and a couple others on here. The Broncos win the division, correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You picked the Broncos to win the division, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the Broncos. I still think the Broncos are going to win the division, in spite of the Chiefs beating the Ravens, which Lamar Jackson's hurt. I think he's out for like a few weeks. But yeah, those are my
I
thoughts.
think he's out until the bye. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the Chiefs because now I guess it can be a little like, they're starting to wake up.
No.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson was hurt, so
Yeah, I don't see a game where Lamar Jackson is hurt. I don't see that
When
as a
did he get
big
hurt?
win.
But you know what though? Here's another thing to note.
What quarter did he
Shador
get hurt?
Sanders actually was apparently did not want to get drafted by the Ravens, and if he got drafted by the Ravens, he would have been on that field that day.
I could see though why he wouldn't want to be drafted by them. They already have an established starting quarterback, and unless he gets hurt like a fluke
Yeah.
accident
But
or whatever.
now in the Browns, you actually have Dylan Gabriel starting in this upcoming Sunday.
That's a mistake.
They made that move.
Yeah, they made the move. It was announced, I believe, earlier today or yesterday.
That's a mistake. Just go to Shador Sanders. Just go to him.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden you're going to turn around, and the Vikings are going to meet them in London, and probably get blown out, and Dylan Gabriel's probably going to get slaughtered out there.
I wonder who QB2 is going to be. If it's going to be Joe Flacco or if they're going to give Shador Sanders the opportunity.
I don't know. But shall we talk about our teams?
Yeah.
I'm not going first. I'm just telling you that right now because
I'm not going first. So
come on, you want to go first? You're the team. Your team tied.
Guys, we just watched a 9-hour football game that could have went to 3 a.m. if they wanted to extend the overtime. Actually, let's just go about that. I understand they were trying to get everyone a fair position. Now I feel like at this point they should just go back to the old ways.
No, because that really didn't have an outcome on the game. They both kicked the field goal.
Rules.
No, here's what I'm thinking. You should bring the foot actually back into football. You should do penalty kicks, like kick from the 30 yards out, 40 yards out, 50 yards out.
I said all that, but I'm just saying, I think they got to change something about this over.
Or how about how college football does things?
2-point conversion.
But godly, those 26 seconds, I yelled at the TV. I'm like, being like Jesse with the Raiders, go, 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 and it's just like they're standing there around a campfire.
That was horrible time management.
LaFleur, but then it's just so that guy. They're trying to force one in. I'm like, you should.
I hate to say it, that was on Jordan Love.
That was on. No, I hear you. Love. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was
we gotta fix those. We gotta fix those. You're lucky enough that the Dallas Cowboy guy was probably asleep and he woke up and be like, oh, he pressed it and just he paused it at the 1 second. Who knows what happened? But if that almost that should have did 0 and that would have been the player we would be talking about right now. But I told Drew and Jack, I mean, sure, this is the problem about ties. A lot of people are complaining about, but it's I'll take it. I mean, yes, it might be a little worse than a losing to the Cowboys, but yes, this might affect the long run. But I'll take it. I said that when they were at the 3-yard line, the Cowboys. I'm like, it's going to be a tie, so I'll just take it. I just knew it.
It's like you didn't win, but you didn't lose.
That's the thing about ties. It's I had to do some research. Okay, who invented this? No one invented it. They just thought just add it.
I mean, yeah, because they would do that. Then if it goes to the playoffs, then it goes to as many overtimes as possible.
Yeah,
that's what they used to do. They used to do double overtimes and triple overtimes during the regular season, but a lot of players were getting hurt, so they were trying to limit injuries. That's why I think you play an overtime period. If it's still a tie after that, just do penalty kicks.
The only good thing about this, I'm actually happy it got this bye because they got to fix that defense. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they got some work to do defensively.
They went from those. I mean, sure, the Browns game, that wasn't the defense fault, it was the offense not closing out. And it's just they went up to give up 40. I mean, Dak was lighting up. George Pickens on Valentine. I was just saying, he's probably been in the league enough, but it's this was not. I mean, Nate Hobbs got hurt, so I get they got to throw him in, but he was just getting absolutely zip-zapped. And it's just geesh. But I'll take it. It's a tie. I'm happy for the bye. They need it. Fix every mistakes because now with the run from that week to the end, we'll see what happens. But like, yeah, I mean, probably not saying too much, but I'm happy they're getting the bye. I mean, love. Hopefully, we just not try to force things every time. Like, don't try to blow it, you know. And it's yeah, it's just. Sheesh. I was like, oh, I'm like I'll take it. Like I took my cheese head off. I was like, I'll take it. It's a tie. But it's just like I was like every time we score, I'm like defense, defense, just one stop, and it's like facing a CPU. We know how the Cowboys are on all Madden in Madden games. They're like the cheesiest team. You can't get to them, and they just score, score, score.
I think we could talk about the Panthers for a second. I feel like they're going to be like this for a while. Just a hot and cold team. 1 minute they're good, the next minute they're bad. But yeah, I just think that they got extremely lucky last week, caught fire. They just couldn't sustain it this week.
Yeah.
What do
Besides,
you
the
think?
Falcons really stuck anyway.
Like I
But
wish I could.
about the Panthers, they really struggled out there. Drake May, he played very well, but mostly it was rushing. They scored 3 rushing touchdowns. That's honestly probably the key reason why they won this game. So the thing is, they only sacked Bryce Young once, but yet they didn't pick him off either. Him or Andy Dalton, who also played. And the entire Panthers team just struggled in general. And they're one of the teams to go 0-3 on the road. So they got some work to do, and they just got to improve from where they are. And Drake May has got to play. Well, no, Drake May is like playing very well, but Bryce Young needs to get better,
Yeah.
or Andy Dalton's going to take back that starting job.
I think we could talk about the.
I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
I wish I could have just to do. I'm doing some little build up here. Gosh, I wish I could have a stress free week, but I can't because now the Raiders lost the Raider way, and it's just like let's just go right to it. I know Jesse, I don't know if you're about to get to it. Let's just get right to it.
Yeah, I was gonna start with that one. I'll go last on this topic. Drew, I don't know if you saw any of the game or saw highlights of it, but would you like to start if you did?
Before I do my thing, apparently the Rams play fake crowd noise in their stadium.
Oh, I've known
So
that for years. I've known that for
I
years.
just noticed that from
Fan
a
base.
pro.
I feel like all the classic fans have been waiting over there for so long.
I just noticed that like from like a podcast, and they said they play fake because the Rams fans are not turning enough. That's the reason why they play that. But I watched the Raiders game, the end of the Raiders game. The kick, it's kind of. I mean, those 54 yards. So then, they get off. Gino couldn't do much, but much better. Could have moved the ball a lot, move the ball forward. But yeah, the block kick and then
Talking about the Raiders or the Bears?
the Raiders. And
Well,
and then the Raiders they missed, and then apparently there's a lot of Bears fans in the stadium, so that's another
it's
embarrassing
Vegas.
moment.
Anyone can go. Anyone.
Yeah,
It can be the Panthers. It can be the Well, can't say that, but it can't be. It can be any LA team. They can just go in there, just pretty much be a home game.
but any team but the Bears. That's kind of embarrassing for the Raiders. As if
The Bears have a strong fan base, though.
The Bears was known to have a strong fan base.
Those fans have been like waiting. I mean,
Yeah.
heck, I've only been fans since the last time won the Super Bowl, but like those guys, those types of fans, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Anytime there's a strong fan base, the Raider fans are going to be outnumbered there because they're going to have to sell their tickets to the other fan base. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
but losing to a team like the Bears is just a embarrassing thing. It's just embarrassing, if you're a Raiders fan. So it was just an embarrassing thing to see.
All right, Jack. Would you like to go now? If you saw any of the game or highlights.
I didn't watch too much of the game because I was dealing with a different game that I'll get into soon.
Okay.
But I saw that the Raiders lost in one of the most Raider ways I've ever seen the Raiders lose. Like they missed, they attempted a field goal, it got blocked. Geno Smith also didn't really play that well. I think he threw 3 interceptions. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is it 3 or 4?
It's just
3.
3.
Geno Smith that needs to stop throwing so many damn picks in Vegas. I remember watching the Chargers game. He threw 4 interceptions. So he's thrown 7 interceptions at home.
No, it's
Yep.
6. It's 6.
Oh, 6. Okay. He's thrown 6 interceptions in 2 home games. You know how embarrassing that is? That's just Geno Smith's got some work to do. I'm glad Aston Genty played very, very well. He scored 3 touchdowns. Honestly, I would probably just keep feeding it to him, and hopefully, Raiders lost one of their linemen. I think Miller is his name.
Colton Miller. He's one of our strong ones.
And
Michael Myers stats. Saints.
it's just not looking too good so far for the Raiders.
All right, Amon, what do you think?
I mean, the only upside is Genty. He finally awakened. He, I heard on the radio, on the Raiders broadcast, he ran for 65 yards, and he actually, it was just all right, that's probably the best upside. Because I was wondering, when is the time we get this guy to, wake up a bit and get that, be that what we saw in college. So I'm glad he finally awoken. He was on my dad's fantasy team, so that helped him get the win. But, at least it was on the Bears defense and the Bears team. I mean, they're known to send blitzes, but at least Genty went a little mini Marshawn. But yeah, when
He
I
also
heard
put his stance back. His college stance.
see,
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
if you tell him let him be what he wants to be, and he will awaken. But then when I heard the kick, I said crush the Bears fans. It's blocked. I'm just I walked away. So it's just 50-something yarder, but it's oh man. Yeah, and I don't know. It doesn't matter what QB. I don't know if Geno has ever played in Vegas ever. I don't know if it's his first time being in Vegas and playing on that sort of field. But I had this thought, which is probably it might be a dumb thought. It's you could just Kenny Pickett. He hasn't too much time, but it's or heck, call up the Brady prospect. He did good.
He is not ready yet.
Oh, but he had so many glimpses.
He had one good game. The other 2 he played bad. You cannot do that to the kid.
But I don't know. It's just I would even away games. It's I think Geno's. I mean, of course, with the Patriots, he was pretty good. And then what was the next road game? Or was it that was the home game? So we'll see.
They played against Washington also. He played good against Washington though. He just didn't have an O-line protecting him.
Weird. He can do well on roads, but never at home. Do we need okay, you be our away QB guy, and we'll just have to throw someone in at home? I know that's probably a disbelief thing, but it's okay, you're good on the road, but not here. Is it the crowd? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's bad. You got the Colts coming up, and the Colts they disaster strike about that.
All right, am I good?
Yeah, take it away.
The Raiders have disappointed me again. We are 1-3 again, back in the same situation we always seem to find ourselves in. We can't score. We can't block. We can't. The defense was actually doing pretty well in that game.
I mean, credit to Max Crosby. He played the best that we ever seen him. I feel like his potential is just reigning at this point. I know he wants to be a Raider. He's been with the Raiders during the Gruden times, and it's just we want to be a Raider, but if he's trying to go for Super Bowls, it's just this isn't the franchise yet. Who knows if it will be? Yeah, the defense did everything. I mean, it was competitive. I mean, it took pretty much Genty and Crosby pretty much to try to keep this team keep it alive. But yeah, it's unfortunate. So carry on.
But yeah, the Raiders have just disappointed me for the past 25 years. of my life. They've had 2 good seasons in my entire 3 if you count the Super Bowl year, but I don't remember that. But after that, they have done absolutely nothing. They have sucked, and I am tired of always having to pick a new team in the playoffs because my team isn't good enough to make it to the playoffs. Yeah, the Niners, yeah, they disappointed you, but at least they were in a Super Bowl 2 years ago. I can't feel sorry for you guys. I'm sorry. I can't. And you guys actually have a good quarterback. I just think you rushed him back a little too early.
But we'll get to that.
Yes, but back to the Raiders. I don't know what you do because I don't trust Kenny Pickett. I don't trust Geno Smith throwing the football anymore. You can't run on every play.
Wildcats every day.
What was that?
We just do Wildcat every day.
I would rather have Jacoby Myers at quarterback right now because he actually has a touchdown in his career.
Okay, Tom Brady, call him out of retirement.
Yeah.
Like I did say, the Raiders could maybe win the title 3 to 5 years, but maybe it's more 5 to 8 at this point. Because it's
Josh McDaniels fucked this team over so bad that
yeah,
I don't know.
It's almost he did so after he left. He left something there.
He took all the talent. They were a playoff team the year that he took over, and then he dismantled a playoff roster, got rid of draft picks.
I know, I saw the schedule. There's only one game they have to win, and that's the Titans. If they can't beat the Titans,
I don't think we're beating the Titans. The way that we've been playing,
the Titans, I know the QB for the Titans. He said something about his team, just how bad they've been playing. But heck, you guys got the Raiders, and if you've seen the Raiders, your defense, I don't even know how good or bad it is. It's just you can come to Vegas, you can get a win. No matter how many times your QB gets sacked, we'll help you get the win.
All right. But yeah, I think we can move to the Niner game now. I think we'll start with.
Well, we'll enter our Niner guys here. That fortunately,
I can't really talk about that game. I was watching the Raider game, so
yeah, I saw a little game cast. It was an exciting game, but fortunately, when after a missed field goal, the Jags were going for a 46-yarder. It was missed. The Niners one drive to win it, and unfortunately, they were at the Jacksonville end zone. And we don't know. I didn't see how it happened. We'll give it to these guys, but Purdy got sacked, lost the ball. Jags recovered, and that was it. Jags were pretty much. I mean, they're with the upset, you could say, because it's the Jags. Well, let's get right to it. These guys gotta yeah. The floor is yours, guys.
Yep, I think we'll start with Drew. We'll save Jack's reaction for the end.
What's up, guys? I'm a Niners fan, and it was terrible to watch. And Brock Purdy should not have been playing that night, I have to say. And it should have been Mac Jones for me, but don't know why. But here's the thing. The Niners' defense wasn't the problem. It was their offense was the main problem. And if I do my math right, they scored 26 points. 17 of the 26 points were off our turnovers. So it just shows how if you can't execute on offense, it's going to hurt the defense. And Brock Purdy did not have a great night. He had 2 fumbles. No. He had 2 interceptions, a fumble, and one wide receiver had a fumble. But he did not look great. Even if before the injury, he didn't have a good game. And then you allow a punt return kick for a touchdown.
Hey, Drew, you were at the game?
Yeah, I forgot to vlog the thing.
Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Wait, you actually went to the game?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Holy crap, you did?
It was like a last minute thing. It was like
Oh, okay. I mean, I would have stormed that field and punched everybody in the face on the Niners team. But I'll get into
yeah,
that in a second. But Drew, go ahead and finish your point.
yeah. And then as I left the stadium, I see Purdy's family. I was about to cuss him out. I was like, okay, let's not cuss him out in front of his family. So yeah, it was terrible to watch. And if they play like this against the teams like the Rams, the Lions, Packers, or Eagles, it would be BTA losing by 20, 20 or more points. And yeah, hopefully hopefully we can turn it back on. Yeah, I was at the game and it was terrible to watch. And 49ers just don't wear your white jersey anymore.
Yo, why are
I
you
guess
wearing white jerseys at home?
okay. I actually Googled this up because apparently when Kyle Shanahan was with the Buccaneers, they were white because of the heat wave they called it, and
It wasn't
they
even
say
hot though on Sunday. It was cold.
yeah, they say his player get like they get cooler if they wear a white jersey compared to wearing their red jersey. So I don't know why they wore a white jersey, but point out is don't wear a white jersey at home again. It's it's not gonna get hot anymore in any point in the season. So um yeah, our punt coverage team was bad. The Jazz returns kept going to our territory every time, so it's it's just bad to watch. And I assume we're probably gonna lose the Rams. So yeah, that's all for me. Let's
All
go to
right,
Jack.
now let's go to Jack. Your reaction to this Niner game?
Like, where do I even start for what I saw for the last 60 minutes? The 49ers, I literally don't even know where to start. Everything about that game was horrible. And first off, like their injury report is a freaking mess. Brock Purdy did not practice. Ricky Pearsall did not practice. Juwan Jennings did not practice. Their top guys are not practicing and are not likely to play against the Rams. And for the way that Brock Purdy played, he played like he was the most overpaid quarterback in the NFL. Getting like over $50 million a year. Yeah, you throw 309 yards, but then you get sacked. You throw 2 interceptions. Both of them were lazy. And the 49ers in total fumble 3 times. 2 of them get recovered by the defense. The whole Niners team has played like dog crap so far. Like a dog I used to have named Brandy, God rest her soul, Mister. Her crap looks better than how the Niners played on Sunday. The 49ers in total, did you know the 49ers have not had 1 interception in 11 games? That is an all-time NFL record. No one else has come that close. And Trevor Lawrence didn't even play that well. He didn't even pass for 200 yards. He passed for 174. And it's literally no different how he played versus how he played against the Texans last week. These guys just played so clumsy and lazy. And the blocking by Trent Williams was the worst blocking I've ever seen him do. And nothing was working. The Jaguars' defense is not that good. I'm going to say they're not that good. I don't care who's on their defense. And they just got like blitzed like insane. They were losing yards. The 49ers' longest play of the entire game was literally 31 yards by Ricky Pearsall on 1 catch. The longest play by a player on the Jaguars was Travis Etienne when he scored a 48-yard touchdown. And you give up a freaking special teams punt return for a touchdown. That's the reason why you lost this damn game. There's some players that are not playing but should be playing. I don't know why you don't put Isaac Garendo in the game because you just say, hey, you're going to go on special teams and do nothing else. That is honestly bad coaching. They need to spread out their depth chart. They're not passing it to Kendrick Bourne. They're not passing it to Sky Moore. They're barely passing to DeMarcus Robinson. And the 49ers have had dropped 7 passes the whole game. They're just playing so clumsy. And if you try to do that against the Rams, you will not win. And Mac Jones, I heard literally 10 minutes ago, is likely going to be the starter of that game. So, in my opinion, I think Mac Jones should have played against the Jaguars and give Brock Purdy more time to rest so he could be more 100% against a more competitive team. Because right now, this is probably the only time I'm actually going to say this. I'm not confident in the 49ers right now because they're completely covered in injuries. Their quarterback looks overpaid. And they can't catch an interception to save their life. I remember some years ago, I went to a Raiders game, and like the first 8 games, they did not have a single turnover, no turnover on downs, no fumble, no interception, nothing whatsoever. And there was a game where they finally did, and everyone went insane. And Navarro Bowman had caught an interception in the end zone for a touchback. And the Niners, if the Niners don't win this game, you might see one of my biggest rage quits on next stream next Tuesday. The Niners are clearly better than the Jaguars. The Niners have Christian McCaffrey also led in receiving, so that definitely shows that Brock Purdy is just only targeting one guy. He's not trying to target other guys to try to add a little bit of depth. He's only going to one target. I don't know. I still don't get why you don't put Isaac Guerrero in to give Christian McCaffrey some rest because Isaac Guerrero's got speed. I just don't understand that personally. And they need to play Brian Robinson Jr. more too because he's got speed, but this team can't block for anything. And when they dropped certain passes, they were in key moments to turn the game around, possibly for a touchdown, and etc. And Kendrick Bourne, I believe, dropped 2 key passes. That could have been first downs. So he better get his act together and go off on Thursday because the Rams are a damn good team. They got Puka Nacua, they got Devontae Adams, they got Matthew Stafford, they got Kyron Williams. They have a really, really good offense. Now, their defense, I'm not so sure about because they don't have Aaron Donald anymore, obviously. But I heard their defense is good too. So honestly, I think the Niners defense has to step up more than anyone else in the entire in Thursday's game. And I'm going to be watching every second of that. And you guys might even see a reaction. Who knows? But all in all,
should you do a watch party then?
Football. Jack, do you want to do a watch party for the? I can't join until like the third quarter, probably.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. You don't have to do a watch party or anything, but I'll just probably like posting my reaction on our Instagram account story.
Okay. All right.
What do you guys think of Seinstein? The Saleh said.
The what?
Did you know Saleh and the Jags?
Oh yeah,
Cohen's a punk for that. Just like you're gonna say something and then walk away, dude. Robert Saleh would mess him up.
I think Saleh said something
like a toothpick, man. I wouldn't mess with Robert Saleh if I was that Liam coach.
All right, but I think we could go real quick, rapid fire, week 5.
Okay.
In the NFL, starting with Niners versus Rams. Thursday Night Football, 5:15. I'll start with the Mun. Who are you taking?
Rams.
Drew?
The Rams always owns us, especially at SoFi. Sorry.
What are you talking about? Niners always go.
Okay, if the Niners don't win this game,
You said Rams.
You said Rams. It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
Once you said you can't take it back. Yes, you go ahead.
I know. I'm saying Rams. I don't come.
I'm going to pick the future AFC or NFC West champs, the Los Angeles Rams, for this game.
NFC Conference champs. All right.
I'm going Niners.
Okay.
I don't care. Like, yeah, I can pick Niners to win every game, but I don't care. I'm going with the team that I'm actually loyal.
You're loyal to.
You lied.
I think the Niners could fall. What?
Never mind. Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
Keep going.
All right, next game.
What?
Cleveland, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Is it in Cleveland or at Minnesota?
No, it's in London.
It's in London.
Yeah. Vikings are back-to-back international games.
Carson Wentz starting. I'm not sure about McCarthy.
Rapid fire. First
Oh,
thing that comes to
Minnesota,
mind.
Minnesota, Minnesota.
All right, Jack.
I said Minnesota.
I'm on.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go Minnesota also.
Okay, Minnesota unanimous.
All right, Cowboys
Nice.
at Jets. I'm going Cowboys. Jack.
Cowboys.
Okay.
Cowboys.
Yeah, probably just seeing how he did Sunday night.
Say it with your chest.
No, I'm saying with my chest, with my sorrowness, as saying the Cowboys.
Giants at the Saints. I'm
Good
going
luck,
Giants.
Giants.
I'm on.
Well, actually, hold on.
Saints.
Whoa, you get that.
Actually, no, yeah, just rapid fire Giants. Okay,
Saints.
I got to commit.
Okay. Raiders versus Colts.
Colts. Sorry.
Colts.
Sorry, I have Colts.
Raider Nation for life. Raiders.
Yeah, see, what Jesse's doing is something no different what I'm doing with the Niners.
Yeah, that's what I'm not. I'm not questioning you for it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't questioning it either, but I'm just going to have to go Colts.
I'm
I
going
just
with
have
my
to say it
team.
with my
You guys
chest.
didn't apologize though after that, so
All right.
it's all good. Moving on.
They got prove me wrong then.
Dolphins versus Panthers. Jack.
Dolphins.
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 I'm on.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
The one.
Okay. Broncos Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
Eagles.
Because something about the Eagles is what I meant to talk about, but we'll just have to ignore it. But
I'm going with the Broncos. I'm going with an upset.
I'm the Broncos.
Okay. Texans Ravens. That should be a bad game. I'm going Texans.
I got Ravens because they still have Derrick Henry.
Texans.
Titans at the Cardinals. I'm going Cardinals.
Cardinals.
God, I think I try to be I try to be faithful with the Titans, but I'm gonna go with Cardinals.
Okay. Amon, you picked the Cardinals.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, that might be a game to watch. Something tells me.
Buccaneers versus Seahawks. I'm going Buccaneers.
That's actually a good one. I'm going to
That's
see
a good game.
Jack.
I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
Yeah,
Drew.
Buccaneers.
Amon.
Seattle.
Okay. Lions versus the Bengals. I'm going Lions.
Lions.
Next.
Lions.
Next. Move on.
Not even a question.
Next.
Commanders Chargers. I'm going Chargers.
Jay Daniels might be playing.
Is Jay Daniels playing or is he not playing? Because if he is, I'm going Commanders.
I think he's playing that.
They haven't looked good even with him playing though.
Oh, okay. All right, Chargers.
Chargers.
All right, Chargers. Getting it down.
Patriots at Bills. I'm
Bills.
going Bills.
Bills. Oh God, Bills.
And then,
Don't moving on to the next one. Bills.
all right, and then wrapping it up on October 6th. The October 7th is an important day for me, but we'll get to that afterwards.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, your birthday.
Your birthday.
We got Chiefs versus Jaguars on Monday Night Football.
Chiefs.
Fuck
the Jaguars. Chiefs.
I gotta have to do the Jags.
I'm going Jaguars.
I know the Chiefs.
Jaguars are good this year.
The Jags, I don't know. They're just having a good start.
The Jaguars have gotten lucky the past 2 weeks. That's gonna end.
All right, but yeah, I just want to say that next Tuesday I will not be on. I'll be celebrating my birthday.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to a steakhouse in San Francisco. It's called Morton's.
You gonna have Modelo?
No, I might have a glass of wine. I think I'll be classy.
Oh!
Look at you being classy with a glass of wine.
Tuxedo and everything.
Yeah, I might.
You want to stay out with your family or what?
Yeah, I'm going with my mom and my grandma. Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up, Grandma.
Well, good for you.
Thank you.
I wish I could fly down there and see you.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And speaking of flying, 49ers, like guys like Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and all that. I'll be going to that Tampa. I'll be going to that Niners and Bucks game. That's like next week, like a week after this.
A week and a half.
Just to make sure you don't mess it all up.
You guys are gonna have George Kittle back. That's right, you.
Yeah, he should be back. So I better see George Kittle on that field when I get there.
I mean, shoot, they might as well get Kittle there now.
Honestly, pretty much.
He's
honestly.
up for
There's no time will return for him for now.
All right, but yeah, that is our show, everybody. Again, please like and subscribe, and please follow us on Instagram. We hope you all have a great week. Thursday night football coming up soon. MLB playoffs. Thank you for joining us.
We'll react. We'll react as this weekend will be the semis. So by the time we get to our next stream, some games will be happening. So we'll talk about that. But we'll talk about, of course, everything else. I know we didn't get to, but we'll probably get to it. We'll see about next week. But for now,
Throughout the week
throughout the
on
week,
Instagram. So make sure you follow us on Instagram and we'll stay posted on Instagram. See you next week.
All right. Thank you for joining, everybody.